Hi everyone, this is Naturalist Shannon with Warren County Park District, and today we're going to be focusing on the monarch butterfly. So we are at our solar pollinator habitat discovery trail, and this is our sign about great monarch migration. So the monarch butterfly is one of the iconic symbols of North America. Everybody knows what they look like. They're the bright orange butterfly. So monarchs are a beloved sign of summer for many people across the North American continent. And something that you may not realize is that they make a magnificent migration every year. They can fly for up to 4,000 miles to get from northern Canada all the way down to central Mexico to overwinter. So on our map here, I wanted to point out, so we are in sort of the Corn Belt, which is one of the most popular places for our migrating generation of monarchs to go. And what's going to happen is, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing the monarch butterflies start to migrate south to central Mexico for the winter. These butterflies are being born now. This is the beginning of September here. So this is called the magnificent generation or the super generation. And this is the generation that will live for up to 9 months. Everybody else, beginning in spring, they only live for 4 to 5 weeks. So it's kind of a relay race in the spring. They'll start laying their eggs and moving a little bit further north, completing their life cycle, and then the whole thing starts all over again. So the monarch butterfly goes through a complete metamorphosis, which means that they go through all 4 stages of development. They start as an egg, then they hatch and become a caterpillar. This is actually a caterpillar that's about a week old, so it was smaller than this to begin with. Then they shed their skin and grow and grow and grow. They shed their skin 5 times. And the last time that they shed their skin, instead of there being another caterpillar inside, there is a chrysalis. So inside my container we have lots of different chrysalises, including one that is about 2 weeks old and is getting ready to eclose, which is the scientific word for an insect emerging from its chrysalis or cocoon. So we have a monarch butterfly eclosing or emerging from its chrysalis right now. We knew it was getting ready because the chrysalis turns transparent, and you can actually see the pattern of the butterfly's wings before it ecloses. So right now it looks a little bit funny. Its abdomen is huge, it's full of fluid, and the wings are really tiny. So for the next hour or so, it's going to be pumping that fluid from its abdomen into its wings, expanding those wings. And when it's finished with that, it will hang upside down like this for a few hours while its wings dry. It will expel any leftover fluid. You'll find like a little puddle of what looks like rusty water underneath the caterpillar, or underneath the butterfly. And the other thing it's going to be working on is zipping its proboscis. So you may notice at the very front of its head right now, it has sort of what looks like a forked tongue. After its wings are finished expanding, it'll use its front feet to zip that proboscis shut, so it can use that like a straw to sip nectar from flowers. So something that's happening with the monarch butterfly population, which is actually happening with all pollinators around the world, is that their population is decreasing. And one of the reasons that that's happening is because of loss of habitat. So this is due to pesticide and herbicide use, it's due to development. And unfortunately for the monarch butterfly, they only have one host plant, which means that there's only one plant in the world that they will lay their eggs on. That is the milkweed plant. So here's some milkweed for you to see. So you can probably even see why it's called milkweed. Let's break off a leaf here. You see the sap right there? Looks kind of milky. This is actually a source of natural latex. So if you have a latex allergy, you would not want to be touching this plant. We always wash our hands after we've touched the milkweed because it can be really irritating to your skin. This sap is actually what protects the monarch butterfly. The caterpillar will eat the plant. It ingests that sap, which has glycosides in it, which are a toxin. Then anything that tries to eat the monarch caterpillar, if it is not adapted to digest that, then it would get really sick from eating that caterpillar. So it's a way that the animal protects itself. These are the seed pods. This one's not quite ready yet. We'll have to come back in a couple of months and see what happens, but it's going to turn brown and kind of crunchy and pop open. And inside of here is sort of a light floss, like a white colored floss. that has little seeds on the end. And this one, it's not quite ready, but you can get kind of the idea. So in there, some of these seeds are still developing. These brown ones are going to be ready pretty soon. But this floss will turn really fluffy, and it's a way that the plant reseeds itself, so it'll catch the wind like a dandelion would, and the seeds get spread. So something really cool is that the Soil and Water Conservation District does every year is they collect these seed pods. So if you have this plant growing on your property, give it another month or two until this turns brown and crunchy and opens up on its own. Then you can harvest those seed pods and drop them off at Warren County Soil and Water Conservation District. And they will use those to help spread the seeds around the county and beyond. In Ohio, we have several different species of native milkweed that the monarch butterflies will use as their host plant to lay eggs on. And something that you can do at home is to plant milkweed. It's easy to do, and it's a great way to attract monarch butterflies and other pollinators to your yard.